Good day, Grade 10 learners! This is your learning avenue on air of Davao de Oro. Get ready, and we will discover the wonders and evolution of modern art today. I am your teacher, Christopher Briones Vista from Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, Nabunturan West District. Today, we will discuss our lesson number 4, focusing the role of modern art. Isn't it exciting? Of course it is! Before we move on, set yourself comfortable and don't change that frequency button so you can follow our today's lesson. Be ready with your module, art notebook and pen all throughout the conversation so you may take down notes and you will cope our topic today. This lesson will help you understand how the combination of art elements and principles affect its role or function in the society. You are expected to recognize the role and function of artwork by evaluating their utilization and combination of art elements and principles. So, let's start refreshing your thoughts with elements of art. These are commonly used group of aspects of an artwork, usually in teaching and analysis combined with the principles of art. It is also known as the building blocks of an artwork. These are made up of line, shape, color, texture, space, form, and value. Knowing what the elements of art enables us to describe what an artist has done. Analyze what is going on in a particular piece. Communicate our thoughts and findings using a common language. Remember, no elements of art, no artwork. Still recognize the principles of art? These are movement, unity, harmony, variety, balance, contrast, proportion, pattern, and rhythm. These are the set of rules or guidelines of visual art that are to be considered when seeing the impact of a piece of an artwork. They are combined with the elements of art in the production of art. In all of human history, art has mirrored life in the community, society, and the world, in all of its colors, lines, shapes, and forms. The same has been true in the 2 last centuries, with world events and global trends being reflected in the various art movements. The decades from 1900 to the present have been seen the human race living in an ever-shrinking planet. The 20th century saw a boom in the interchange of ideas, beliefs, values, and lifestyles that continues to bring the citizens of the world closer together. In previous activity, you were able to identify the mood, idea, and message of an artwork based on the different art elements and principles. It is concurrent that in this lesson, you need to explain the role or function of these different art elements and principles in a given artwork and what idea, mood, or message it conveys to the viewers. Artwork interpretation differs from one viewer to another. It is sometimes based on personal impact or visual impact to the viewer. However, in this portion, you will learn to interpret an artwork based on the different elements and principles as it is applied in the artwork. Did you remember Impressionism in Lesson 1? Yes, you're correct. Impressionists utilize the elements of arts freely. Their works varied greatly in the application of art elements and principles. The resulting artworks in broken strokes show energy and life through movement of color and repetitive patterns. In contrast, Expressionism movement is characterized by utilizing distorted outlines, stronger colors, and exaggerated forms. Instead of focusing on natural and realistic images, Expressionists create artworks with more emotional force. Artworks convey a strong feelings of emotion and the artist's imagination. These are the 5 styles that arose during the Expressionist movement. Number 1, Neo-Primitivism. In this painting, the face is represented by elongated oval faces, like Amedeo Modigliani's yellow sweater in 1919 oil in canvas. Number 2, Fauvism. Its distinct characteristics are bold, vibrant colors, and visual distortion, like Henri Matisse's Blue Window in 1911, oil on canvas, and Woman with Hat, 1905, oil on canvas. Number 3, Dadaism. It emphasizes dark lines, vivid images, and perspective representation, like the work of Giorgio de Chirico's Mystery of a Street in 1914, oil on canvas. Number 4, Surrealism. It has concentrated colors, distorted lines, and images, like the painting made by Salvador Dali entitled Persistence of Memory in 1931, oil on canvas. Number 5, Social Realism. Basically, it conveys social issues like Pablo Picasso's Guernica in 1937, oil on canvas. Abstractionism arose from the intellectual revolution of the 20th century. Most artworks represent inventions and/or scientific breakthroughs. Most abstract painters use variety of colors and entangled lines to represent object, ideas, person, or event. These are the 4 styles of abstractionism. First, Cubism. Objects are broken down and represented by geometric shapes like the paintings made by Pablo Picasso entitled Girl Before a Mirror in 1932, oil on canvas. Second, Futurism. It utilizes basic geometric unit to represent mechanical objects, motion, force, speed, and strength. Gino Severini's Armored Train in 1915, Oil on Canvas, is one of those. Third, mechanical style. It uses basic geometric shapes such as planes, cones, spheres, and cylinders to form a mechanical object. Artists like Fernand Léger showed his painting entitled The City in 1919, Oil on Canvas. Fourth, non-objectivism. It uses lines, shapes, and colors resulting to cool and impersonal artwork. Best example to this is Piet Mondrian's New York City in 1942, Oil on Canvas. Now that we have finished our discussion about the combination of art elements and principles that affect its roles or functions in the society through paintings, it's time for our learning assessment to check if you listened, understood, and learned our lesson today. From what you learned in the activity, What is it? Interpret the given artwork below based on what dominant art elements and principles. In your art module in page 60, based on the painting made by Gino Severini entitled La Boulevard in 1911, you are going to identify the dominant elements, dominant principles, interpretation, and role or function of the artwork. Sounds interesting, right? So, let's get started scrutinizing the role of modern art and enjoy the aesthetic of arts in the 20th century. I will give you enough time to do that. It's remarkable to know how they made it, right? Your understanding on tradition or history of the various art movements is vital in understanding this lesson. Always make a review in your previous lessons in order to gain additional information on the terms used in this topic. Thank you very much for watching and exploring the art movements of the 20th century. Until next episode for Grade 10 Arts. This is your teacher, Christopher Briones Vista from Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, Nabunturan West District, saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!